Welcome to phase one of Cosmos season. This is what I imagine most of 2024 is going to be looking like, which is that we just see Cosmos coins trending left and right, largest gainers here, also Chihuahua Network, which is also a Cosmos project, Celestia, Juno right here. If we go in the search box, we can also see Sane Network is trending, Osmosis is trending. People are looking up Cosmos coins. And while the rest of the market is pretty much flat, right? Bitcoin up 1.4, Ethereum 0.6, BNB flat, Solana, well, they had this crazy run, of course, but up 2% only. The biggest gainers in the top 100 are mostly Cosmos projects, right? We have Osmo up 17% in the past 24 hours, actually scratched on $2. And I think it's just a matter of time until Osmo gets back above $2, then 3, 4, 5, and so on. Celestia Tia, 16% above $16. Congratulations for everybody who held and staked the airdrop. Tia truly is a gift that will keep on giving because we're going to get a lot of airdrops for staking Tia. Same, by the way, for Osmo. And if you wonder about Cosmos airdrops, please go watch my full 20 plus airdrops in the Cosmos ecosystem master guide with instructions on how do you do airdrops in Cosmos, what coins should you hold, how do you stake, who do you stake with, how do you choose your validator, and so on and so forth. And even Atom and Injective, right, have been some of the top gainers in the past 24 hours. But yeah, this is how it looks like right now here in the top 100. Honestly, I think maybe by the time this video is coming out, which is just a few hours, the Bitcoin ETF news are out. And either way, if it's going to get approved or rejected, we will see extreme volatility as soon as these news come out. Obviously, if the ETF gets approved, we're going to see a massive pump. I don't believe that this is going to be a sell the news event. But if it gets rejected, it will cause a huge crash in the market. That's my prediction. And to be honest, as a content creator, I'm also, organizer of Cosmoverse. We're running a validator. I get maximum inbound traffic right now from people, developers, builders, content creators, other projects that are outside of Cosmos that want to learn about Cosmos, which tells me that Cosmos is just getting started to really be on everyone's radar, right? We're just in the very, very early days. But moving on to Saga airdrop news, I talked about this, well, actually a long time ago. We were the first and only channel to properly communicate updates on Saga in terms of the airdrop. You knew that this was coming. You always knew that there was going to be an airdrop. Now we know a lot more details. First off, if you participated in their play to airdrop campaign, you're going to get an airdrop for that. But they announced now more in-depth eligibility criteria. And here in this channel, we don't complain about airdrops. We don't complain if the airdrop is just $5, $2, if we're eligible, ineligible, if we should get more. We don't complain about this. Airdrops are user onboarding mechanisms. They're not there to give us free money to make us rich. As much as sometimes, that is the case and we get these nice juicy airdrops, but sometimes it's not. And if you want to optimize for airdrops, then you have to put in the work. You have to be alert. You need to really be an active user and not just sidelined, trying to game the system. So I think when it comes to their target audience, it's quite clear that they want to focus only on the hardcore Atom community, right? They don't want to focus on people that try to game airdrops or people that just recently joined and don't really have skin in the game. They want to focus on those that actually stick around throughout the bear market and actually increase their stake. So Atom eligibility is that you must have increased your stake between April 20th, 2023 and October 20th, 2023. And by the 20th, the closing snapshot, you must have at least 25 Atom staked. That makes you eligible for the Saga airdrop. And there's also going to be a loyalty bonus for those who increase their stake by more than 30%. So if you had your coins, for example, in automated compounding tools like Restake or Evmos, then you are definitely eligible for this. If you have manually compounded, then you're also eligible for this. I've been preaching this throughout the bear market. Just stake, compound, DCA, buy the blood, buy really the most boring phase in the market. So we literally bought here on the channel Osmo at like 80 cents or something like that, and Stargaze at 2.5 or 3 cents or something like that. And I really did that primarily to just show you in real time, and you will see in the bull run, the effect of that DCAing, buying the blood, compounding, staking, being active, right? With the public portfolio challenge that I'm doing since over 2 years, we qualified for the Dymension airdrop, for the Nomic airdrop, for the Namada airdrop, all of these airdrops, right? And many, many more yet to come. So that's the Atom eligibility criteria. And for Celestia, it's a bit easier. For Celestia, they only count staked amount of minimum 23 TIA. So if you had at least 23 TIA staked by the 1st of December 2023, then you are eligible for that address as well. And I can already tell people are going to be saying like, well, we should have taken a more recent snapshot. Don't worry if you stake your TIA after that. You will most certainly be eligible for other airdrops that are coming up, right? Just move on. No need to complain about it. No need to whine about it. You'll probably get other airdrops, right? That's it. And then that's for the Cosmos community. And then there's also one for the Polygon community. If you're holding Matix, AVAX, then you will get these airdrops. There's also the next Play to airdrop season coming up. And there will be more airdrops. I think this is only for a smaller percentage of that airdrop allocation. And then they have, I think, still 10 or 12% or even 14% of the supply dedicated for future airdrops. Next, I want to talk about Stakecito very briefly, because a lot of you guys have also asked me like, hey, yo, Cito, if I'm delegating to Stakecito, am I eligible for airdrops? The answer is for most part, yes. And especially for those big chains like Say Network, Celestia, Injective, Atom, we are outside of the top 20. Specifically for Atom and TIA, this is very important because they have large validator sets. For Say and Injective, it's not as important because their sets are much smaller, because they also optimize for performance and they have super fast block time, so they have smaller sets just naturally. Also, I want to thank everyone. We're actually, I think, in the top 25 largest validators in the Cosmos ecosystem out of thousands of validators, both when it comes to the amount of assets staked with us, but also in terms of unique delegators, right? So we just crossed 100,000. We're already almost at 110,000 and 192 million, almost $200 million worth of assets staked with us. You can also see all of that here on mintscan.io. And yeah, as we're talking about it, I also want to remind you guys to redelegate from our Lum and Bitsung nodes. Those are already inactive. We already shut down these networks. And also Quicksilver, IXO, and Coin is what we're in the process of shutting down. We always take a couple of weeks between making the announcement and actually shutting it down so that people have enough time to kind of redelegate. This is not because we're now suddenly bearish on these projects. It's just to reallocate our resources. We're a small team. We managed to grow throughout the bear market. We hired more people. We're taking governance extremely serious. We're taking also our security and infrastructure setup very, very serious. So we grew the team on those ends. But as of right now, we are on over 35 networks on mainnet. And there's a lot more that are coming up. So we're kind of forced to concentrate our efforts and resources. So that's about that. If you're delegated on NFTs, please redelegate. Now, I want to talk about more specifically a couple of projects that you might not have on your radar if you're new to Cosmos specifically, that are at a 100 million or below market cap right now. And starting with the first one of the most underrated and undervalued projects in Cosmos is, of course, Stargaze, the premier NFT marketplace in Cosmos, just sitting at 124 million US dollars, fully diluted, and around 100 million based on the actual circulating market cap. But you can see also, if you zoom out here, the all-time high was 84 cents. And this thing has survived the bear market, very strong team, and strong product market fit. This is kind of the OpenSea of Cosmos, right? As their own chain, which means Stars is also there to secure the chain, but also it's there to mint NFTs and many more things. They also passed proposals in the bear market to adjust the Stars tokenomics, to accelerate the lowering of the inflation, and to also decrease the max supply, right? So this all happened in the bear market, a lot of building, a lot of progress. You can even see here the ecosystem, so you can launch the application through Mintscan as well. I think Mintscan is honestly the best explorer in all crypto by far. It's a one-stop shop for absolutely everything. So Stargaze, definitely one that should be in everyone's cosmonauts portfolio, including also a bad kid. Now, moving on, I think Persistence is also one from the older school, absolute OGs when it comes to liquid staking in general as well. And yeah, they have their own fully fleshed out DeFi liquid staking hub with P-Stake, that's their liquid staking protocol. And they also have other assets that are non-Cosmos native, like BNB or Ethereum, and Dexter, which is their own DEX that they have built. And yeah, it's currently at 54 cents. I think that's also one to put on your watch list. And if you look at the market cap right now, it's around 100 million as well, fully diluted 103. And if we zoom out, we can see the all-time high was at $16. And this is also one of these, right? Like survived the bear market, well-funded, big team, product market fit. Behind Stride, of course, when it comes to liquid staking adoption. But I think they're also targeting a different market and a broader market, probably also with more DeFi products around it. So Persistence is also one. Next up, we have Evmos, actually. Evmos, if you've been a subscriber to this channel, you know them very, very well in and out since they launched back in 2022. And they had a very choppy start. They went through a lot. There was some internal issues with the founding team members, but that all seems to be resolved now. They have announced also a couple of months ago that they focus more on the developer community on Ethereum. So Evmos is the first EVM chain in Cosmos, or actually the inventors of the EVM in Cosmos, which is called Ethermint. I think the first one to actually implement it was Kronos by Crypto.com, but that's co-developed with the Evmos team, actually. They passed also a lot of proposals, one of which is actually currently on chain, and that's a very interesting one because they're now thinking about what to do with the Evmos that were allocated from the usage incentives pool, 136 million Evmos, which is like 13% of the supply, to either burn them or to put them into the community pool. And as of right now, it looks like the community wants these coins to be burned. There's not much time left, only a day, 2 days. So January 7th, this is expiring. But yeah, this proposal is very interesting. That would massively lower the max supply for Evmos. Next up, we have one of my favorite, Sommelier Som, one of the strongest teams in Cosmos. 28 cents right now. It's a decentralized asset manager that actually resides on a Cosmos chain, but executes and deploys strategies in DeFi on Ethereum. And if you look at their CoinGecko, you can see they only have a $69 million market cap, 138 fully diluted, but I think they have a $90 million TVL, 80 or 90 million, something crazy. So that's definitely one to watch out for, kind of the YFI of Cosmos, the Yearn Finance of Cosmos on steroids. But yeah, Sommelier definitely one to watch out for. In that context, actually, also Quasar, which is the complementing puzzle piece to Sommelier. While Sommelier, like I said, focuses on deploying strategies on Ethereum, Quasar is a Cosmos chain and focuses on strategies on Cosmos and IBC DeFi, right? So mainly concentrated liquidity pools on osmosis. They also have these pro vaults where you can maximize your yield. And yeah, I think Quasar is also one to definitely put on your watch list. Only 100 million fully diluted, but I think only a minority of these coins is actually on the market. So I think it's currently has like a circulating market cap of 30, 40 million US dollars, something like that, which is really nothing, to be honest. So yeah, Quasar could also be a big surprise. And Quasar is going to spend the entire bull run in price discovery, right? It's a brand new coin. So coins like these that have charts like this, right? They're going to do really well, right? Because they're new. People like everything that's new. And I think Quasar is going to do really, really well, right? And as an advisor to them, obviously, I get a lot of insights on kind of their strategies, their next steps, and their productivity as a team. So that's Quasar. Another one that I think is kind of the Axie Infinity of Cosmos, but on my absolute steroids, is Passage. And Passage, if you've been a Cito subscriber, same here, which counts for all of these coins, by the way. You've heard of all these coins way before they even went live, right? Stargaze, Persistence, Evmos, Sommelier, Quasar, all of these coins, we talked about them here way before they went live. So Passage is a metaverse project that is there to build virtual worlds, and they're powered by Unreal Engine 5 as well as Akash Network and Cosmos IBC. So really maximizing utility of Cosmos technology. Also, one of the brand new coins in Cosmos that just crossed a $105 million fully diluted market cap, but only 47 million circulating. And you can also see that chart. Same for Quasar. These tokens, that's like the new generation of Cosmos coins. They are going to do extremely well in the bull run, right? Because those valuations are very, very low. You're going to see a billion is the new million in the next bull run, right? And I think we're going to see a lot of these coins hitting billion or even multi-billion dollar valuations, at least in the absolute peak. So Passage definitely one also to put on your watch list. Next up, we have an OG bear market survivor, Sentinel DVPN, also my favorite VPN service, especially if you're wondering about geo blocking for airdrops, which is a big theme moving forward. Try out Sentinel, right? I think Sentinel has a great VPN service, and again, it's one of these coins that has been around for a very long time, but only sits at a 54 million fully diluted valuation right now. They got really hit hard by the bear market. I think there was also some internal drama and stuff going on, but yeah, 95% down from the all-time high in September of 2021. They went to 5 cents, so that's a 25x from here to reach that goal, and that would put them at a $1 billion fully diluted, right, or almost 1 billion based on circulating. And yeah, I think they are also one of these OG Cosmos chains that could make a huge comeback. Then obviously Chihuahua, the meme coin in Cosmos, has been going down recently. 20 million valuation right now, fully diluted. Went to over 100 million, I think, a couple of weeks ago when this whole meme season was at the peak. And I think meme season is kind of always happening, right? It never gets skipped. It always happens at some point. So could also be one to buy into right now, very cheap. And then we've got also Comdex, RWAs that just pivoted. I think Comdex, and then the last one also here, Crescent. Those two are very low cap coins in Cosmos, right? And I think those could be interesting plays because this is actually like 500 to 1,000x material. Obviously, maximum risk here because the valuation is like sub 10 million. Like we're talking micro cap here, 7.5 based on circulating. But if they somehow manage to pull this off, gain massive traction and do a comeback, this is actually hundreds of X's in potential upside. And something very similar accounts for Crescent, 8.4 million fully diluted, 6.6 based on circulating. And this project is far from dead, right? So the only question is like, are they able to gain traction? All-time high here was at $8 when they launched. I'm not sure if that's right, actually. Recorded here from CoinGecko is 27 cents, but even that would be a 20x from here. So yeah, this is a list as of right now. There's obviously a lot more coins. One of my favorite coins, obviously, that's also been mooning recently, which I'm also an advisor to, but we've been covering this long before that coin even went live. and throughout the bear market. We did interviews literally when Pika was at a $5 million fully diluted valuation. So a 20x later, we're here now with Pika being at almost 2 cents, right? And that's massive. Picasso is a parachain on Kusama, and they still have one slot on Polkadot, which they're going to come out very soon with big news. And yeah, I can't tell more than that, but I think it's going to be very interesting what they are doing. Plus Solana restaking, Polkadot restaking eventually, Ethereum as well, Ethereum IBC. So Picasso is really, really like very, very bullish right now. A lot of people are learning about it. They also did some good KOL onboarding with a lot of big content creators and smart brains like Ansem, for example, a very good guy. I've also been on a call recently with him and the Picasso team. So cool things are happening and many more projects, right? I mean, there's also some that aren't listed on Minscan, but we're going to keep doing this, right? Jackal, Shade protocol, which is also an ecosystem for itself, very bullish on Shade as well. And the list just goes on, right? But that's why you subscribed here, because here we're actually putting things into order. I've been doing this now for more than 3 years at this point in Cosmos. Yeah, what you're going to find here in the future is also more back to the roots, hands-on content, tutorials, how to stake, how to, not get lost with IBC, because I think especially if you're new, some of these things might be confusing. But yeah, let me know about that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and be good.